Hello traders, Lloyd Ray, HypeTimeCrypto.com, your #1 source for cryptocurrency technical analysis and blockchain education. In this live stream, we're going to be taking a look at Bitcoin, Litecoin, Ethereum, and all the alts. Some alts, though Bitcoin has fallen, some alts are unfazed and unwavering in their bullish trend reversal. You know, the correction phase is over for a lot of these coins, so ADA being one of them. So it's going to be the first alt we cover after the big three. So let's get into it. Guys, thanks for being here. Really do appreciate y'all. Couldn't do it without you, wouldn't do it without you. I'm back today, re-energized, recharged, but it seems Bitcoin might be a little bit out of energy. It's a little deflated. And, you know, good news, bad news stuff, right? So we fell out of that upward sloping flag. Never a good thing when you develop a pattern and you break out to the downside of it, right? It's not good. But one thing that we did do, we held that 79.40 area, and if you look left, you can see this was used as a critical resistance on our initial trek, right? We whipped off this area 3 times before we busted through it, then we fell below it, tweezed up bottom, broke back above it, and you can clearly see we started respecting it as a support. We moved up from there, we spiked up, had that accumulation going on, right? And you know, just 16 hours, 20 hours later, we've broken down, and we had a good 16 hours of selling off. So I guess the good news kind of is pretty insignificant levels of volume. If you look down here, not really that big of a deal. Nothing more insane than any other times we've sold off. So that's what you got going for you. So that means that this still remains, you know. But the big thing is, like, what kind of pattern development are we going to get out of this? We have potential for head and shoulders. You got to break the higher highs. You cannot fail to rally. Hey, Momby Mal, thank you so much for that sub on Twitch. Really do appreciate you. Momby Mal, that means everything. Any contribution one makes to this stream only gets reinvested to make the quality of the content better for you, the viewer. So thanks again for that, Momby Mal. Really appreciate you. So, right, if we try to rally and we fail, we hit this 81.33 area that was so strongly used as a resistance before. We just keep bouncing off of it long enough. Buyers are going to get out of the way, sellers are going to come in. Probably test this down here, this area. I'm surprised we didn't fall to this area first, but we'll see. I'm just a little nervous about what kind of patterns could be developed out of this. It's pretty interesting. You know, you can see that our 50 is beginning to catch up. Golden cross, if the price action holds up, you know, we could see that. But talked to MK Honey about this, and we looked back on the 4 hour, and really when we had that golden cross last time, see what we did? We had that cross right on the way up, and then you're lagging, right? Lagging indicator. So we broke down, we moved to higher prices, once double topped, and then broke down, and just, it was terrible. So we could maybe be hoping for a better outcome here, but hard to say. Bitcoin on the golden cross in the recent history has not done very well with it, like some of these alts are doing. So things to think about, right? Take a look at chat. Guys, thanks again for being here. Really appreciate y'all. Curious Straight, Sebastian, thanks for being here on Periscope. Mo, what's up, man? Tip Top Crypto, got it on the list. Mo, got him on the list. Callum, what's up, man? Got it on the list. Woman Army, got it on the list, dude. Dude, THC, ugh. THC, I know, that's some people know about that. THC to BTC, I believe so. Alright, I'll look at it, Stuart. I'll do it, man. What's up, Crypto Chef? Looking forward to our one-on-one today, right? Hey, by the way, just want to give a shout out to Tim. Last night had a tier 1 Patreon pledge, and today we had, is that right? Go to Moon pledged the 85, or excuse me, he pledged the tier 3 Patreon. So thank you so much. Sorry guys. Can we get Vin? Justin, of course, man. No, Vin's on the list. We got it. Brad says, Breakout can go off support. What do you mean, man? What support? What's up, Crypto Cowboy? You rounding up all the altcoins, man? Hurting them? What's up, Jeffrey? In cash? Put on the list, man. KNC to Ethereum? Weird. Okay. ARN. Yep. What's up, Francisco? Is it late to surf waves? If you're asking if it's too late, it probably is, right? We'll put it on the list. Thanks, Francisco, for being here, brother. What's up, Jay Patel? Thanks for being here. ENG. Well, didn't we look at that? We hit targets on that already. Let's check out, make sure everyone's getting their coins that they want. Let's see, Guru. Prinzilla, I've never even heard of Guru before. Interesting. Yeah, we'll take a look at it. I mean, it's almost TRX too. Okay. Got AD on the list, Jonathan. TRX, XRP on the list, Dende. Thanks for being here, brother. Dan Voyer, what's up, man? You Jesus, man. What's up, Johnny GQ? Thanks for being here, Mr. Viking Emoji Man. B&B for Lincoln. Okay. What's up, Bobby? Thanks for being here, brother. Freezing rain in Canada. Oh, man. It's sunny here now, finally. God, we had a terrible weekend of just nasty weather. So, Bitcoin Gold. Sure, Andy. We'll take a look at it. Put it on the list. OST for Mr. James. What's up, man? Like more outfits? Pretty much, Broad. Pretty much, man. If you haven't noticed 1080p, you can see my ugly mug clearer now. You can hear me clearer with the mic stand. And I can have more versatility with my scene changes on OBS. Wonderful. Oh, thank you, Jeff. Appreciate you, man. WTC? Was that everything crypto? Put on the list, man. IOST for Gabriel. What's up, Gabriel? How you doing, man? Hope you're doing well this Monday. It's always Monday, right? Ugh. Mondays suck, right? I have not, Stuart. Need to. Just trying to survive in this Wild West world. Yep, it sure is. Adolph wants XMR. Adolphe? Sure, man. Gotcha, bro. What's up, Frangorge? Frenorge? Pivix for Chobo. Yeah, that one was, the one that got away. Or not got away, just didn't get to where we wanted it to. It just, you know, the Bitcoin volatility was very sensitive to it and freaked us out a little bit on that one. What's up, Mamba Mall? The new sub wants Quantum. Sure. Put it on the list. GTO for Taro. What's up, Taro? XLM. Poe? Adolphe? Adolphe, man, I'm sorry to hear that, dude. It's not your fault, man. Nothing you can do about that. You didn't name yourself, so but happy you're here, man. Nevertheless, and I would never attack you. So look, Bitcoin holding support, but need a little bit more time to see what pattern develops. If it's head and shoulders, I fear for the safety of the Bitcoin bulls. Remember, this was the epic, legendary short squeeze, right? That's all it was. Guess what? Most shorts got destroyed, right? That was all they needed. That's all George Soros was looking for, to destroy the shorts that were making dumb decisions on the market, cleaned them out. So let's see what we can do. Can we hold, or will we fall right back down? Find out. Let's go to Litecoin. Okay, US dollar. Let's go to Bitfinex. Why not? Still holding, right? Still holding that support. Same thing. This one's kind of like this now, right? And I got some sort of channel now. Channel action. Now we can almost just do it like this. Just have a horizontal line and say this is a zone of support. Support zone. No channel needed, man. Okay, so we'll see the momentum. Yeah, negative momentum's building here too, but you know, you're not really making lower prices, but your negative momentum's building. Double top action. Hey, look, it's double top action, right? You had the double top pretty much, lower high, and now you're double topping again. Ugh. But just to wait and see. I don't know, like, you know, if you're in a pretty clear, well-established bear trend, trying to find value to buy, it can be scary. I mean, there is value down here. Clearly, you're showing levels of support pretty insane, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, almost 10 times you've touched this zone of support, whether it's at the top or in between or at the bottom, right? You have touched this area, and you've never made it back up literally to the 134.06 spot but once. Even here, you could not touch that zone again, but you could just do this now, I guess. Candle body close, right? So you have a resistance zone and support zone, right? And that could be your range to see where you are, right? That's pretty good, but nevertheless, just see what we can do in between this area. I mean, like, you know, buying down here's always your lowest risk. Shorting up here, your lowest risk. And now we're getting a little bit of history, right? So if we could head back up this way one more time, the rule of 3, 1, 2, 3, could see it, but again, you've completely missed your entry. We're talking about the here and right now. You got to be buying down here. These small ranges like that, there is no ifs, ands, or buts. You have to buy within this range. If you miss it, you're already off so much on your risk to reward. You can't do it. So you have to be advantageous and mindful and already have these things set up. Okay, so that's Litecoin. I mean, let's just say, for instance, we're just talking about education here. Okay, get it in your minds. Trying to teach you the best way of buying, right? No FOMO here, okay, guys? We just look at it like this. Let's just say this is how you played it, okay? You're pretty liberal because you decided to buy here when you knew, in fact, that we could drop to this level. Something you could do, layering is viable here, buying half here and half here, right? And still having your stop a little bit lower, right? If you did that, layered in, see, the tool doesn't give us the actual, we can't have a layering in variable. Would be so amazing. Someone could reach out to TradingView for me and see if we could somehow mess with the average of the risk to reward if we layered in half our position here and half here. But let's just say, for the sake of averages, we just said halfway between. That might help us. 3.71 to 1 risk to reward with a stop. Pretty loose stop loss for this range. You fall below this, you fall to this area, there's some danger, serious danger. Now you could bounce off this level here, which is a concern, so maybe you could just move it up a little bit more. It's just hard to say. Very hard to say. You do have supports below here. But look, we've clearly established this range as our support zone and resistance zone. So this is a good way you could play it if you wanted to, okay? And the same goes for shorting, doing the same thing, right? Getting your short tool, just doing this. Right, just like that. Buy, short, right? Same type of stuff. That's it, man. That is it, man. Let's go to Ethereum. Okay, looks more so like this. Ooh. That's interesting, guys and girls. Hello? It's not good. Rising wedge, anyone? Like clear as day rising wedge, all the touch points you need in the world? Yeah, you obviously, we talked about that bearish divergence we had. And of course, just like Bitcoin and Litecoin, this is identical almost. Clear levels of negative momentum increasing, so we got to be careful with that. But nevertheless, I mean, this is just 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 touch points total on this, giving us a very, very clear, no ifs, ands, or buts about it, rising wedge pattern, as you can see. Okay, so don't be fooled if we break above this resistance, because you will have this upward sloping resistance right here after it. Okay, so just know that. Keep your eye on a swivel. Got to be like a linebacker. Okay, guys. Now, something that plays devil's advocate to this little wedge we have is the huge falling wedge pattern that we've broken out of, which is so wonderful. The only time we had any kind of exaggeration or contradiction was this insane spike down. On the one day, I know this is where Bitcoin and this coin and Litecoin all fell below the 200 MA before we bounced off of it like that. So this was also a rising wedge pattern that we formed here, so before we broke down. But I digress. We'll go back to the more zoomed in view that we do have a golden cross approaching, but again, it's a lagging indicator. It's only because of this nice move here. We truly do need to break this 525 area, and we need to hold above it. Okay, and honestly, we really need to contradict this pattern that we've now formed that is completely confirmed. So, great area to go short up here. Top of these wedges. Always the best risk to reward, going short at the top of wedges. Okay, so keep your eye on that Ethereum. Not what we were looking for if we were the bulls. Sorry, guys. Let's go to ADA. Oh my goodness, man. ADA being to Jesus coin today. Everyone? To Jesus? There it is. So we talked about two different measure moves. Miniature ascending triangle that was easy, and it took time for us to get back down to that area. Once we hit that area, we found great levels of support. Look, we look left, we saw that, and we just shot up. And now we're hitting that ascending triangle measured move to the T, right? We're also, that's confluent with a 382 Fibonacci. Okay, 3115, and we also talk about we have a few more targets taking profit at 50% of the 618. No problem there, and that just happens to be our fibs from our top to bottom of this wedge. And of course, we hit these targets, it could still continue its march and move on up. But based on this higher low situation and now higher highs, it is very well seen that we could be reversing our overall trend. Something, it's really insignificant if you zoom out all the way and see these levels of volume, but if you zoom back in just a little bit before you get these dwarfing volume candles, it is pretty significant, the level we saw. Highest green volume candle we've seen since technically the 2nd of February. And that was literally, remember, the scar that we just looked at on Ethereum? ADA also has it right here. Shot up like that. So, exaggeration. Daily 200 MA falling below it for the first time. Tons of scalpers came in to buy that up. So, yeah, looking great on ADA. Trend reversal, very possible. Beautiful golden cross. The fanning action, the 20, the 50, the 200, they're all starting to separate in a bullish manner. Because as you can see, look, when you're in a correction or a bear trend, you're always going to have your 200 above your 50, above your 20. And now, finally, for the first time since the end of November 2017, we see a change up. So, wonderful. Wonderful stuff. Hold on one sec, guys. Of course, I always forget. It's so stupid that I have to do this manually. I just don't understand. You have multi-platforms. You should be rewarded for that. You shouldn't be pretty much discouraged with crappy OBS outlay stuff that you had to. Anyway, so all right, guys, we're hitting target on our symmetrical triangle measure move, and we still have a couple more to go. This could either just consolidate here for a while before we break to the upside, or just shoot up. Who knows? It's crypto. Anything's possible. Targets are upon us. One's hit, well, 2 are hit. Now 3 and 4 are upon us, right? So that's ADA. Awesome job, everyone. happy for all you ADA folks. I was so bearish on it for so long, but when we started turning around, I changed my tune. We made a higher low, another higher low, started consolidating. Loved it. Wonderful. Guys, when you're going through a correction or a downtrend or anything like that, you're going to constantly see lower lows, lower highs over and over and over. And when you change that on big candles, right? Big price action right here. Huge. Hey, look right here, the difference. Okay. Huge candles, right? But you broke down. Yeah, you made a higher low here. Then you made a lower low than your previous low. Nope. Lower high. Broke down again. That's not the stuff you're looking for. What you're looking for is big candles, right? Break to the upside, made a lower high. We were still sketched out by this because of that. Broke down again, but still established that higher low, moved up, higher low, accumulation phase. Oh my goodness, we're seeing accumulation here. Wonderful, wonderful stuff. And volume very, very dried up. But then when we broke out, insane levels of volume that we had not seen in many months. Really? That's what you're looking for on breakouts. You gotta have volume. That's another variable that is quite important in your batter, or in your cake recipe. We always talk about TA is kind of like making a cake. You're bringing together all these different pieces of data, all these variables, putting them together, and it turns it into one manifestation of wonderful, tasty cake, whatever, right? For us to be successful calls on trades. Also very sweet, wonderful. But it can't rot your teeth. It cannot. It's awesome. Okay, XRP was next on the agenda. Okay. Looks like we're, yep, that lower high, remember? But we're still showing some fight and some support here. We're not breaking down to lower lows. Definitely getting price contraction, right? Oh my god, is my audio? Shoot, man. God, did no one say anything? Probably they did. I just been doing TA. At least my audio, my mic's been close to my mouth. My goodness, I'm sorry about that, guys. I'm gonna take a look at chat real quick, just because my bad, guys. My goodness. ETH to BTC is better. Yeah, kid, man. That's I agree, man. I probably need to start doing that, but it's weird, man. I need to just do a vote on it, right? Should I do Ethereum to the US dollar or Ethereum to Bitcoin and also Litecoin, right? For our local on the 8s and our top of the hour, beginning of the show. Gonna write a question mark. Aked, man. Hit me up in Discord, dude. Seriously. You're talking about need another TA guy? Maybe I do, man. Maybe I do, Aked. Hit me up, brother. What's up, Chaz? Yeah, it should be up today. Look, setups. We're working on looking at them right now. I mean, we've got a ton that are still in play and in development right now. There was one that hit today. I think it was gas. Gas early this morning. It fell down to our target, our entry target, and we hit that. So, with these trade setups that you're getting, just remember that it does require a lot of proactiveness from you as the trader to get these limit buys filled when we hit the entry. If you want to, if one wanted to, right? What's up, Playdead? RCN? Yeah, we'll put it on the list, brother. Thanks for being here. Playdead, EOS? No, I haven't been requested because who cares, right? It's just, there's no value in it right now. The risk is just too high. There's no reward. It's like you're taking a pretty high risk for very, very questionable, if little to no gain on EOS, just because of how high it is, its price action, how it just went almost, complete parabola, unreal. We're looking for value. We're value swing traders. That's what we do. Thanks, Adolphe. What's up, Tony Luna? Thanks for the feedback on the audio, Crypto Nurse. Heck yeah. Awesome, guys. Thanks for giving me a heads up. I never know. It's impossible. Unless you want me to wear a headphone. I mean, I hate the headphones. It just looks bad. It just looks weird. Like, I'm not a gamer. I'm just doing TA. Dan Boyer. Savage. Where do I give the trade signals, RJ? We have a Patreon, and we're going to post it in the chat for you momentarily. Has Zill been requested yet? No, but Zill has gone off the deep end in a good way, right? A bullish way. So, guys, XRP right here, price contraction at its finest. We're seeing higher lows and lower highs, right? Towards the end of that, but gotta see. I don't know. Let's play around with it for a second. I mean, this wick up here, it's gonna be hard to do anything because you could do it here, here, here. It doesn't really help us, right? I don't like that. And even here, man, this wick, it's just like, really? Is that it? Is that what we're doing? Are we doing this? I mean, we don't have really any confirmation yet. Let's see if we accumulate. We'll see if this is valid or not. But I'm just not sure. Look left. You can see a clear level of resistance. We broke it. We hooked and head faked. Right, guys, buying breakouts, terrible idea. This was a breakout. This was technically a breakout when it occurred, but it was false. It was foul. It was just like most of the other ones. Most other breakouts that do occur. Okay, so just be mindful of that. Really got to be careful here. We're not really sure what's going on. I love the volume and the break to the upside, but the lower high concerns me somewhat. Okay, and you know, something else we could do, and just messing around here. Yeah, a lot of noise there. A lot of noise there. So, oh man. Oh buddy. What? Nuh-uh. Uh-oh. Guys, what's that? One, two, three, four, five, 6 touches total. Just gonna leave it there. But when we broke down, you could say, hey, it's a bear pole, bear flag, but you're getting way more touches with a rising wedge pattern versus a flag. So we're gonna leave that there and just let it marinate and see if we respect these areas. Only thing that's gonna get us out of this is contradicting the TA. TA is respected. You know where we're going. You go lower, but let's hope we can hold this support down here at 7879 sat level. It's a previous high, right? 2 candle bodies. And also over here. This will be used. It was. We hit it. We wicked right off of it, and that gave us our first wick of this, or second wick of this entire rising wedge pattern we've got going on. So be careful with that pattern development. And also golden cross looks great. Let's look down here at the histogram. Interesting. No, not too interesting, because you're making a higher low. So you can't call this divergence because you have to make a lower low than your previous low, and then make lower levels of negative momentum than your previous low for it to be divergence. This is not divergence in any shape, form, or capacity, okay? So don't, that's unfortunate. We are above 50 on the RSI, that's nice, but, you know, made a lower high than our previous high, right? Jeez. Yep, just weakness. I mean, you know, it's not really divergence because you're not making a higher high. So it's just kind of business as usual for your RSI. We did have forms, and the impending reversal came from that. We did have forms of bearish divergence here. We made a high here, then a higher high with lower levels of relative strength. It's bearish divergence on the RSI. So that's XRP, guys. A lot of contradicting variables going on, really crazy. Let's go to Vin. Just not sure, man. Hey. Interesting. You remember this? Talked about good areas of value where you could get in on this. This was up here when we did this. We said, hey, good spot to try to enter here could be down here at these levels. And we just wicked off. Look at that wick. Right there. Crazy. We just say we would, you know, from this wedge breakout, If you wanted to get in on VIN, it was down at that level. We're already off it. But man, this is just such a pretty wedge. One of the nicest wedges I've seen in all these wedges developing at the same time. This is one of the nicest ones I've seen, just based on that breakdown, kind of just falling to goodness, coming back up, shooting up. It just looks nice. It's like a, one of those falling wedge reversals. Even though it's weird, you had a move up, then you broke down, and then you formed this wedge, breaking down with a continuation. So, got a long way to go before we hit this measured move, right? Everyone's like, what's the measured move? What are you talking about, man? What are you talking about, Ray? He's measuring the widest part of your wedge, right? It's 16,480 from the breakout. 16,480. Yeah, there you go, right there. If I get it, there you go. 16,040 is the measured move. So, if you missed the boat on this, we're saying, hey, look, we're really high right now, and we're hitting a critical level of resistance. Tweezer double top, textbook. Broke down here, and buying anywhere in this zone is going to be safe. And we said we would have a relatively loose stop loss just because we're going for we're swinging for the fences on the measured move. We think that this is not done. We think we're almost halfway there, but had to break down. We found our breakdown at multiple buying opportunities. So, dang, man, almost had it. Just don't have it. We made that low here. That was our lowest low. Making higher lows now. So you can't call this divergence. It's not divergence, unfortunately. I wish it was, but that's okay. The big deal, you're still losing your levels of negative momentum. Always a good thing when it starts drying up. So holding this 40,958 area pretty well. This zone right here, wonderful buy area. If you look left, you can see battleground area, battleground area. Tons of fighting here, right? Tons of fighting over here. Okay, so good level. Very good level. Okay, we'll see how this plays out. For VIN, you had your opportunities to get in. NEO. We'll take a look at both NEOs just for Crypto Nurse. NEO to Ethereum. Okay, well, NEO, this is a Patreon trade, and it hit our targets, and we've already retraced about 50% of the way. So it's very important to buy and exit, right? A lot of times. And sometimes, hey, you miss out on some profit because it keeps going, but guess what happened with Bitcoin? Bitcoin dropped, and it made it where our exit was the highest point. It was the pinnacle of this run right here. So I know a retrace is fine. It's very normal. Remember, we always retrace. Always gonna have a retrace. Just this time, we just do our swing high to swing low to figure out on our fibs. All right, swing low, swing high. Okay, we had a 61.8% retrace. If you can see right here, we bounced off it. See, this wick's respected. This is 236, 382, 618, our three most common retraces. Okay, so it's no. What happened to my? Hello? Oh, okay, cool. Weird. My stream deck it must have been in power. I don't know. Power saving mode. That's weird. Freaking me out, man. So yeah, Patreon. I hope you got in on this, made your money, exited, and we'll see what happens next. You're at this wick where you did wick was the key level, our last common area before I move back to the upside. Okay, so we'll see what happens there. Not seeing any divergence here. Nope, no divergence. Now, you did see, and this was cause for why I called the target to be this and to exit here, was because look what you were probably going to get because of such a look when you break down like this and you have such a large spike in negative momentum. If you do turn it around here at these very good levels of support, you have to almost know preemptively that you're going to make another lower high if you at least match or break to the upside. Because look what happens when we were moving up. Look what we were doing. We had to make up on the histogram for that and just make lower lower highs, constantly on our negative momentum. By the time we got to the top, we were making almost inexistent levels of positive momentum, and that gave us a triple top, and that gave us triple MACD bearish divergence class B. Okay, so another reason you just had to look, when you do the histogram a lot, I'm telling you, you get pretty creative with it, and you can almost see things coming because the way it works with the histogram. You're not going to be able to you're not going to get a higher high hitting this level, these two, this double top clear resistance level. You're not going to get there. You're not going to have a higher level of positive momentum with this type of negative momentum we just made. Okay, so just thinking behind it. So that's NEO to Bitcoin. Just talking about education, guys. What's wrong with that? What's wrong with that? Hope y'all are getting a lot out of this. If you are enjoying this, hit that like button, that bell, that sub. Yeah, see, you had that, you match this high here, it's like head and shoulders crap. I mean, again, I won't balk, and I will say that we still have our best entry down here at these levels. And if we zoom out, I'll show you what's going on. Definite levels of accumulation. Multiple reaction lows, multiple reaction highs, textbook at this point. But we do, in fact, need, if we want the best value, these levels here, this 0.126602 area. Anywhere, really, that's why I did the green trend line like that. Anywhere around this area, wherever you land, bounce around for a little bit, land here, that's fine. Here, doesn't matter. So that's why we did it. It's a moving target entry position. So large spike in negative momentum, the highest level of negative momentum you've seen since the 23rd of March when you broke down. Okay, so just be careful. Look what happens when you make lower highs. Okay, think about it. Buyers come in. Oh, we hit we hit 3 times now in a row. Look, 3 times. So yeah, you hit this high, you break down, you come back up. Can't find a higher high than our previous high, so all the buyers get out of the way, break down. Oh, can't find a lower low. Okay, we break to the upside. Oh my goodness, even less buyers this time with the tweezer double top. Second time now, break down to lower prices. So what happened? Broke to the upside, tanked, higher low, okay, found a bottom, busted back up the upside, hit this key level of resistance, double topping. See this? We broke down, lower high, right here, broke down again, lower high. Where do you think we go if we make a lower high and we can't find buyers again? You're going to see lower prices. It's just how it works. Okay? So it is pretty nice that, you know, when we did bounce off this and made the second reaction low, we had the highest level of volume we had seen since 17th of January. So make sure my music's good. I don't hear anything. Oh, here we go. We're good. So yeah, right? That's kind of where we are. You know, buying in a triangle, you're never wanting to buy in the middle. You always want to be patient and try to wait. And if you miss out, who cares? Go to the next one. Because if you're playing a numbers game and you're constantly fearing missing out on profits, buying in the middle, you do that too many times, you will lose. Because you're literally flipping a coin. Clipping. Sorry, that's converging. Flip and coin together. Clipping. So, yeah, you're flipping a coin, hoping that it goes to the upside. But down here, we have a little bit more than hope on our hands because of the accumulation that we've seen on our price action. More than hope here. Just hope here. Okay? That's all I got to say about that. It's NEO to Ethereum. PowerPoint coin, PPT for one-man army. I hear it mooned, just based on your reaction. One-man army, bam, there it is, dude. Hey, look, you finally hit your, you finally did it, man. You hit your measured move on the wedge, dude. Did it, man. Yeah, nice peak, nice spike in positive momentum. Highest level of RSI you've literally ever seen on this coin. Highest level, it was an 83. Highest level of volume you've ever seen on this coin, on this exchange. So PowerPoint coin doing well for itself today. Great stuff, guys. But hey, remember these wicks? Pumpy Dumpy? Is this another one? I don't know. It dwarfs all levels of volume. My goodness. Whew. It's a long way to go, is it not? Long way to go. So yeah, you hit your measured move, and also, let's see, you made a higher high. You know, this was pretty good. If you had your horizontal line looking here, previous high was right here. Okay, see this high, see this wick, these two wicks right here, another candle body close high here. This great level right here. The fact that you broke that, you held above it. Look, you used it as support. Old resistances became support, and that's when you broke to the upside. So we talked about this level. I think we plotted this long ago, talking just about how, look, until you break that level and hold above it, you're going to be in a downtrend. When you break and hold above this level, not on pumpy pump like that. Maybe you just come down here, bullish consolidation, make a measure move or something like that. That'd be a lot better. Hold on. Music. Okay, so very insane on your levels of RSI. No matter what high you make next, you're almost certainly going to be making bearish divergence on the RSI, because you're not going to be breaking above 83 right there, and you probably sure as heck aren't going to be making a higher high than where you're at on your MACD. So sure as heck won't be rivaling this candle body, or volume candle body. So we'll see. Target was hit on this wedge. You walked out of it, and you just kept chopping. Look, you found good levels of value down here. You stopped making lower lows. That was the big thing. Look, lower lows, lower highs, lower lows, lower highs. Then all of a sudden, double bottom. And all of a sudden, a higher low than this low, or about the same. You started finding bouncing off the support for an extended amount of time, for weeks. For weeks, you bounced off the same support over and over and over. Broke to the upside, broke that resistance, held off of it, bounced off of it, and then we ran again. So that's PPT. Wonderful example of how things can turn around when you break your previous highs, and when you find higher lows and you start matching the previous lows with good levels of support and buyers coming in. Okay, PPT. There you go, one man army. You Jesus, man. THC to Bitcoin requested by Stuart. Hemp coin. Hey, Crypto Nurse is for you, right? Ooh, wonderful. We've actually seen this before. We've actually plotted this and charted it, and we walked out of it. We had a walkout breakout. Didn't really do anything, but man, you found such good levels of support. Oh my goodness. Great levels of support, and then, you could have had it drawn like this on your horizontal line. Previous high. You broke that, you snapped up. I mean, you didn't even have much time at all. Great levels of volume. Uh-oh. Showing clear levels, very strong levels of bearish divergence on your MACD histogram. As you can see, you're making a higher high than your previous high, and you're making much lower levels of positive momentum. And not only that, you're also making higher highs and much lower levels of relative strength. So class A, bearish divergence down here, bearish divergence on the RSI. There are no classes, it's just the way it is. And up here you're making higher prices. So hey, I'd love for you to hold above this 886 support fib. Probably at this point you want to have targets, and your previous swing high was up here, so you could just get your fibs out, swing high up here to swing low. Okay. Target probably on this, you could see 50%, 1743 and 2011. See if you can get there. I don't know if anyone's in on this. I mean, Stuart, it's a good looking coin, but volume's pretty terrible. Like, you can't even tell. I mean, I know you can see it like this. Yeah, it is the highest volume spike you've seen since the 15th of March, but in the highest green volume candle you've seen since the 15th of February. That was part of the Bitcoin Valentine's Day love rally, right? It was just for everybody, but we'll see. You just gotta hold above your previous levels, your previous resistance, right? That you broke and it became support. Right now, this is kind of one right here. I mean, 1181. You're above it, but will you hold? And right after that, I mean, you got a pretty big resistance at 1359 too. It's also a previous high, right here. Okay, so 1357 will be an area of resistance that you will hit. But let's see if we can shop around, consolidate, reset all our indicators, just calm down, cool off. Great golden cross going on like a lot of the other alts. So it's THC, guys. THC coin. Been to Jesus coin. Okay, Ncash was next. Why is this music so dream music? We're not dreaming, we're not sleeping, we're doing crypto. We're in the 80s, man. It's okay, I guess, right? Alright, let's take a look at chat real quick. Not trying to neglect y'all, just doing TA. Doing TA for you, at your request, your coins. This is your show, guys, not mine. You didn't get an alert on YouTube, what? That's not cool, man. Hey, Tip Top, thanks so much for the Tier 2 Patreon pledge, man. Really do appreciate you. You got my word. Just like you, Go to Moon, and also you, Tim, I'm going to give you the best value for your pledge. Really do appreciate y'all. Thanks again, guys. Morning Doji Star on Power. I don't know. That's one that Patreons should be in right now. Should be fine. We had that beautiful entry on Power, did we not, guys? That was awesome. Trade setup. My God, Power was... It shook me up a little bit. That and CND, my God, those two were just... IOTA, my goodness. ADA was good too. There was news on PowerPoint. Ah, okay, that makes sense, man. News on PowerPoint coin. So it makes sense, right, that we're getting all those variables that are telling us bearish stuff, right? Saying, okay, it's news. It's news. So we'll keep our eye on PPT, PowerPoint coin. Oh, it's ahead of schedule for beta. Interesting. Pretty cool, man. Yeah, guys, I want to say thank you to Aukhead, always been to Jesus, man, on news. Well, Stewart's the news lord. Aukhead's the Jesus, Wedge Jesus lord. Breakout Jesus lord. Storm and List. What's up, Alvaro? Thanks for being here, man. We'll put them on the list. We have a very, very long list, Kappa, today. So, bear flag on the 1 hour for Bitcoin for a $185 move down, says MK Hani. We're going to write that down. We're almost at the top of the hour. Got about 8-9 minutes now before our local on the 8s. For MK Hani, the Jesus man, the BitLord Jesus. Bear flag. We're going to write it down right now. There's your move. Okay, got it down. We'll look at it, MK Hani. What's up, Christopher Dan? Thanks for being here, bro. Hey, Lena, I'm doing quite well. Thanks for tuning in. Hope y'all are all having a wonderful Monday. You could be doing anything, but you choose to do TA with me. So thanks again, guys. Just checking out chat, and here we go. Got through chat. We're good there. Something I really, really loved about Ncash was it's just constantly making higher highs, and it was also making higher highs on the histogram. Higher levels of positive momentum. It was also doing that, believe it or not, on the RSI, somewhat. It kind of double topped here. It matched its previous strength level, which is okay, that's fine. But now we're consolidating, forming some sort of, pennant action, price contraction for sure. All right, so you could just say, it's not easy to draw this because this wick right here makes things so arbitrary. See, because you could just do it here, here, right? So I hate that. Do know we have this going on. And you could also just say we have this going on too. We're seeing some sort of support here, support zone here on Ncash, right? Between these two areas, lots of wicks. Good support and values being found here. That's great news for Ncash. Let's look left. Nothing left. There's nothing there. We're building support right now, it seems, which is nice. So we'll see what happens with this. Get rid of our... Yeah, we have our targets set up. We have our swing high to our swing low. And we talked about the measured move, guys. It's 636. We're still waiting to get our measured move. If we respect the TA completely, we will hit that 636. People are like, what are you talking about, right? It's like, well, look, measure move, symmetrical triangle. How do you find your targets? 225, whatever, right around there, 223 from the breakout. There you go, 223. Boom, there it is. Confluent with the 1-4 Fibonacci extension. Okay, so we'll see if we can get there. We're just building support, consolidating right now. It's great. I know Bitcoin probably had something to do with this, but it was also probably self-fulfilling because we needed to contract on price and consolidate to get ready for potentially the next move up, which hopefully could be hitting that measured move. But again, guys, if we get above this 540 area, there's really nothing left besides our fib extensions and that measured move. You might consolidate up here at the measured move, but you could see some seriously high prices just based on there being no resistance afterwards. Saw it with ONT. ONT did that stuff. It was insane. Storm did that. There's nothing there, you know, you call that capitulation. When there's no resistance and everything gives way, it's when the sellers just stop selling and the buyers just come in and go in a frenzy until finally there's no more demand. Capitulation. We are at our last level of resistance right now. We hit it. Now just consolidating off of that, okay? Okay, so that's it. You just got this price contraction, right? You're not really making a pattern per se. Okay, I mean, you can kind of see maybe a symmetrical triangle because you had your rate of change. You're here, your wicks here and here. You came in here, but your touch points aren't very good for any sort of triangle action. In my opinion, you just gotta go with the horizontal lines right here and just see the support zone that you're building. Okay, you are making, looks like, higher lows here now than your previous lows, and you're making lower highs than your previous highs, lower highs. So I think you're almost at the end of this consolidation phase, and we're gonna see what happens. We break to the upside or downside. It's coming. It's definitely coming. Okay, so that's in cash. Wonderful stuff. KNC to ETH. Never looked at this in my life. Weird request. Very weird, man. No, never mind. I did look at this. Sorry. I don't know what I look at. Okay, leave me alone. So we talked about the accumulation, right? Accumulation going on. And look at that. How we hit our buy range. Wow. Hit buy range. Stop loss down here. You could take profit here. And we said, you know, our risk to reward was going to be pretty weak here because of the implied action after a breakout. Because we were pretty freaking confident in this and where it could go afterwards. And we said 28525 was definitely a level we could run to. We move this up, all of a sudden our risk to reward's 3.26 to 1, which is very acceptable. But target was hit. Entry positions. Hope you got in on it, man. If you did, you know, if you're asking about it, there you go. We analyzed it for you. So, wonderful stuff. Wonderful. You know, your golden cross happened way back. Happened the 24th of March. So, good stuff there, man. Toronto Genesis. What, Jonathan? What's up, Sander Studios? Thanks for being here, brother. Good seeing you, man. Welcome to the show, Kevin. Welcome, Svensson. I like it, man. Sven sounds Nordic, like a Viking. Who knows, though? So, yeah, again, never be afraid. With MTL, that was another example. Never be afraid to have a support zone, even with upward sloping channels, or, excuse me, trend lines. There's nothing wrong with that. They happen. So don't be afraid, right, to have two different areas, a zone. And you can be really, you could take a risk and just have a limit buy at the bottom of the zone, but you're taking the risk of not being filled on your limit buy if it hits this level and never touches that zone. But with Bitcoin, it seems like it worked out pretty well for us. So once we hit that zone, that was it looks like a beautiful pivot point and just shot up from there. And so now we're running, and it seems like, you know, the best target for the best risk to reward would be looking left. We can see candle body closes up here. Wonderful area to take profit. Okay, let's see if we can make it there. Get an alert set up. Get the alert set up. We're almost there. We're like, oh my goodness, man, we did it, man. Can't see the Jesus, dude. Okay, there you go. So we'll find out. We'll see what happens. We have a kind of divergence foreshadowing that told us something was going to happen. Yeah, you technically, very small, not a big deal or anything. Nah, you can't say that because you pretty much never found lower lows and you found lower levels of negative momentum. Either way, it's always good when your negative momentum starts diminishing. It's always a good sign, especially if you're just finding some level of support here. Great stuff. So yeah, congratulations on KNC to ETH. It hit the you had all these opportunities. Look at these. This is like half a day. Just no one's requesting these. They'll request it once and we'll never hear from it again. We analyze it, chart it, talk about the best areas of value, and then someone requests it after the fact, and hopefully you got in on this. Be great if you did. Let me know if you did. Whoever asked about it, I can't remember. So ARN. ARN. Yep, on ARN, we just never were able to get filled, I don't think, which is okay, no big deal. You know, we were accumulating. Look, we found this bottom here. Look left, nothing left. Yeah, twig and thatch. Whoa, lots of twig and thatch. But the bearish hurricane just ended, you know, with Bitcoin and all that. So if Bitcoin starts tanking again, there's a possibility we could see a breakdown. But what's wrong with my MACD? Okay, let's see if we had anything going here. Let's see here. No? Well, yeah. Still showing some form of bearish divergence. You have a high here and a much higher high, and lower levels of positive momentum. It's okay, but you know, the target for ARN, unfortunately, you know, we didn't get filled. I don't believe. If that's the case, your target's still up here at 16,448. So, you know, it is what it is. Again, if you play the numbers game, okay, and you start buying in random areas in your triangles, your risk to reward's bad. A lot of the times, 50% of the time or more, you break down to these levels once again before you break to the upside. And this is where you buy, and you get filled, and you make good money, great money. Even if the trade fails, you can take profit here and make some money. If it comes back down and tanks, you get stopped out. You made money on a trade that failed. All right, this one didn't fail. This one just kept going, kept showing strength, which is fine. But we're talking about the long-term longevity. Same thing. The longevity and success of your trading. Okay, you have to be consistent. You have to have a trading plan. You have to buy in good areas of value. If you don't, you run the risk of losing a lot of money. Okay, so have to be disciplined. Okay guys, it's 2 minutes till the top of the hour, so you know what that means. It is your local on the 8s. Let's go to Bitcoin. Guys, we've got 17 seconds until this 4-hour candle closes, showing a lot of weakness. A lot of weakness here. We ran up, we could not hold, could not break higher highs, and now sellers own this. The sellers are in control of this coin, not looking good. So 2 seconds, 1 second, 4-hour candle has officially closed. New one has begun. The optimism you can have here is you did hold that support. You did. You got that going for you, which is nice. It's Bill Murray meme. Still above 50 on the RSI, barely. Take a look at chat real quick just for a second. Got you covered, one man. Got you covered, dude. Just be careful with the allocation of your funds over, you know, getting too deep into one. Diversifications can definitely do that. It's probably pretty good. Being heavy cash too is always fun, especially if you're trading. All right, 1 hour bear flag. That's right. The 1 hour real quick. You got that stair stepping crap, right? Oh, God, yeah. Yeah, and you had one too, kind of here. MK Honey also. It looked kind of like a bearish pennant, right? First, this one. It was kind of like this. Right, so bearish pennant breakout, right? And now, yeah, you're forming some sort of flag action on the 1 hour. No bueno, guys. No bueno. Yeah, bear patterns on the 1 hour. Not good. Yeah, and that measured move MK Hani was talking about could be. It's music, man. Some of the songs are just terrible. Okay, so from the breakout, measure move. I don't know, we'd probably just do this. I'm going to use the wicks, right? Just use the body. It's the way I've just always done it from the breakout. Okay, so 113. I get it, though. I mean, I know you're saying you could just do this, right? Candle body. Where was the... so the breakout, though, is technically like right here. It wasn't... You know, on the breakout, you just go exactly where the breakout was and measure from there. And that'll give you probably the most accurate reading. If you go up there, it's not broken out yet. But I understand what you're saying. So, you're like $120 from wherever we broke out, okay? Say it was right here, right? You could 78.62 could be a good little measured move if we hit, if this happened. Okay. Oh, look at that. Another level of support. Right here, look at that. Wow. That's crazy. Look at that little wick right there. Interesting, MK, right? You never know what you're going to find when you do measured moves. So I've always said that. It's very interesting. So, though, let's see if we got any kind of... Well, look, you got on the 1 hour, which isn't really that big of a deal, you have Class A bullish divergence. So that's okay, but again, that could be short-lived and not mean much at all because it is the 60-minute, which is not near as significant as the 4 hour, which we're not seeing any kind of... divergence there. So okay, so what I was saying, like, you know, right here you made a low, then you made a lower low here, and you made lower levels of negative momentum, which is always good, but you could honestly break down again and show another lower low than your previous low on negative momentum before you eventually turn that around. But who knows how short-lived that turnaround would be, and you're breaking right now. MK, look, it's breaking literally right now. No good, man. No good. So keep your eye on that. The 1 hour. I guess we could just keep it. Yeah, you got your 2 touch points right there. I guess we would have had it like that, right? We would have had it drawn like that at first. The 1, 2, 3 touch points, kind of. So we wicked below it. Now we're yeah. There you go. There's your price action, confirming a little bit, right? No good, man. Kevin says what we need is a nice price push down into the low thousands. Then we can eliminate all the weak hands. And all those weak hands have been destroyed, man. All the FOMO peoples, they're gone, man. You notice the market cap was 800 plus billion, and now we're at like 300 something billion now. The weak hands are gone, Kevin. At this point, breaking it down to that price, you only have the people that bought in at the lowest of low levels. That's all the people that are left. So they bought into like $100. Would be good to see a Bitcoin double bottom. Coach K, you talking about what kind of double bottom? Like for real double bottom? Like this double bottom? Like here? The 5,900 double bottom? Or are you talking about this double bottom? 6,400? I mean, look, at the end of the day, let's go to the 1 day real quick. Go to another chart. This one's crazy. US dollar tether's fine, right? Be a little more clean. Okay, so, I mean, like, look, you know, this is the daily, okay, and you, huge downward sloping channel, you've broken out of it, but you're having just a lot of issues right now on the daily right now. This is unfortunate, okay? You are making what seems to be a bearish engulfing candle. You go any lower than this, you're not going to have any shot of bouncing back to not, you know, to contradict that. So, yeah. So look what happened. Remember, guys, we had the MACD bullish divergence. Also, the shorts. Those were our 2 reasons for believing there was a bounce soon. because the shorts were at all-time highs. We had on the daily MACD bullish divergence, and now we fulfilled the destiny of the MACD divergence. Now we can do whatever we want if we're the bears, right? The TA has been respected. We have broken to higher highs, higher prices, but now critical level, in my opinion, critical level of support right here. This is a previous high that you broke. You do not want to fall below this at all. Lando Calrissian, thanks so much for the follow on Twitch. You to Jesus, man. Sorry, the music kind of stopped. Oh, thanks for whoever followed me on Twitter. You to Jesus, man. Just gotta play DJ. Alright, we're good now. Okay, so get my horizontal line tool for the daily. I'm just gonna look and say, look, I mean, you broke this area. This is not somewhere you want to fall below. This is pretty much a neckline. You don't want to snap below that. Can't emphasize that enough. So we're at critical levels of support. Gotta hold it and stay above it. And then your next move, this is the daily, so it's gonna take time. We're talking about like weeks out. Or, you know, a week out or more. You gotta hold this level, don't fall, don't break down, and break up to this 88 to 87 area. This is where we thought the measure move was on the large falling wedge pattern we broke out of, okay? We don't have it drawn on this one. We have it drawn on other charts, but look, you know, this is your little zone. You have to hold here, and you have to break above this area. At least run to it and test it. I mean, a good swing trade would be buying down here and selling up here, but with a tight stop loss for Bitcoin. But this is daily, so this could take time. So if we rally from here on Bitcoin, we hit 82 to 8,300, but then we could form it exactly. Okay, yep, that's something to be fearful of for sure. So just know kind of what's going on here. Okay. Fulfilled the destiny, the bullish divergence. Now it's over. Now anyone can do whatever they want. TA, we have to get more pattern development. Okay, if we see you know, us chop around a little bit and break to higher highs up here, what we'll probably do if we just keep consolidating, you know, our histogram, the positive momentum will start drying up. If we break to the upside once again, then we'll probably form look like this bearish divergence. Okay, we'll make a higher high in our previous high, bearish divergence, and then tank again, break down. Right, that's a possibility. That's what we saw here. Right, when we had this huge falling wedge pattern that we broke out of, rising wedge was formed, you break down, rising wedge again, break down. Okay, so things to think about, guys. Just wanted to emphasize that a little bit more for you. Let's go to the weekly real quick. Just wanted to take a look. See, all of a sudden that resistance doesn't become very strong. I mean, like if you look at the weekly, we have to truly break above the 11,600 area. This is pretty much the next swing high. I mean, you could say that 9,500 could be one, but no, the swing high is up here. 11.5, right? You broke down. What was your high? This was your swing high. This is your swing low down here. If we fib it top to bottom to see what our retrace was, right? We've only retraced 38% of the way from our 11.6 area, 11,600. So remember, our common area is to turn around. If we're in whatever trend we're in, it seems we're bearish at the moment. From our swing high to swing low, our previous swing high to swing low, 38%, 50%, 618, the three most common areas where you turn it back around. The algos and bots and market makers say, okay, 382, this is the area of resistance we're unable to break. So we're going to turn it around to continue this trend we're in. Okay, so don't have much data, I guess, on Bitcoin and the US dollar tether. So whatever, you know, we'll go back to the 4-hour and then head to Litecoin. A little bit longer of our local on the 8s, but hey, I think people would appreciate talking about Bitcoin a little more since it kind of is the one coin to rule them all. Right? Bitfinex? Yep. So no, we're just talking about this range, trading range. You know, have an opportunity to buy in this zone and sell up here. And we also talked about if you other side of the coin Kappa, you could short sell up here and layer in a couple shorts here, or layer in a couple buys down here, sell up here, close your short position down here, right? That is a trading range right there. Things to think about. So, yeah, you can make money when there's not breakouts, the upside. Make money via ranges. It's great. Negative momentum's building steam. Okay. No forms of bullish divergence or anything like that. So that's Litecoin. Nothing's really changed. Still holding this area. See how long that lasts. Okay, let's go to Ethereum. Let's just mess around. Ethereum to Bitcoin. Why not, man? Why not, man? Which one was it? Do we have it? Is it Binance? Yeah, we mess with Binance. Okay, so yeah, you got some nice stuff going on with Ethereum to Bitcoin, right? Much nicer looking price action than you're seeing with Bitcoin, right? You're seeing nice methodical marches versus just a spike. And you know, we also had that wedge, that mini wedge we formed within this huge downward sloping channel, right? The wedge here, the measured move from that wedge was you know, 0.068765. Okay, so like almost a 7% of a Bitcoin was our measured move. We had just had our golden cross that occurred yesterday or today. Yeah, I guess it happened literally yesterday. So making a lower high. We actually double topping a little bit. We'll actually just plot that real quick. Candle body closes. Okay. So yeah, you're having some issues hitting kind of a ceiling right here. Let's see if we can break to the upside, but yeah, you had that bearish divergence that kind of gave us a little bit of foreshadowing of what was going to occur, but it wasn't really bad. You know, I think we fulfilled the destiny of the bearish divergence, and you're still showing some good strength. But speaking of strength, or relative strength, yeah, you had that very clear level of bearish divergence, right? On the RSI, so you made this high, huge spike. You went up to 85 on the RSI. You made a higher high. Much lower levels of relative strength. So still above 50 though, which is nice. Always a good sign. Got to stay above 50. So things to think about. We have not hit our measured move, and you're making higher highs than your previous highs, higher lows. Very good stuff. Okay. We're going to talk about value here. Worst area ever to buy. Best area to buy for Ethereum be down here. You have to wait for the, whoops, it's the short tool. We get the long tool out. This is your best area to buy here. Okay. Hmm. $4.65 to 1 if you let the money come to you. Also, good area to short, right up here. Yeah, so you can let the money come to you and wait for it on Ethereum. But right here, you're just kind of double topping, showing that divergence, and yeah. Critical level of resistance too, up here, looking left. You can see that. Yeah, the wicks right here too. Yeah, wicks right here. Candle body closes here. Huh. Yeah, critical level resistance. Yeah, you're going to respect that pretty well. So, again, critical level resistance after a nice run. Let it retrace. What would the retrace be if we hit this area? Swing low to swing high? Oh, look at that. It just so happens that would be a 50% retrace. Dow theory. Dow theory, guys. Let the money come to you. Okay, let's go to, let's get back in the swing of things. Waves was requested and asking if we missed the boat on it. If you have to ask, you probably have. Yeah, you missed the boat, man. Hey, look. You know, we're always talking like, hey, man. Diamond top reversal pattern. To Jesus, we'll never, just going to leave it here forever. Never going to get rid of it. So wonderful. Love these. You know, it was kind of delayed. Took some time, but it did break down to those lower prices we were looking for. So Anyway, yeah, it had a wedge pattern you broke out of. Pretty freaking nice wedge, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All these areas, you had so many opportunities you could have gotten in if you wanted to, if you had already plotted this. But honestly, you might have had it plotted like that and missed out. But as soon as this hit, you just maybe would have wanted to adjust. And then once you adjusted, look what happened. Multiple times you hit it. So once we broke out there, it's just been nice run, golden cross upon us on waves. Looking good there. That's always really nice. And talked about targets. Well, multiple ways to think about it. Your measured move 62.13. We're almost at target there. We also know something about wedges. We also know something about swing high to swing low on runs, a 50% retrace from the top. Another way, I guess a way of looking at it, you could also have targets up here. You thought we could retrace halfway from our top. Okay. Hope that helps. That's waves. Yeah, you kind of missed the boat already. I mean, I'm not saying that you're not going to go higher. I'm just saying your areas of value to buy as a successful trader are kind of gone. You'd ask, well, where's a good area of value or good area of value to buy? Maybe here. I don't know. Maybe take a swing at it right there. Look at a high here, wicks here. You know, this was resistance, resistance, resistance. Support. Pretty decent area of value right there, as we can see from price action. Okay, so get our long tool. Yeah, probably pretty tight stop if you wanted to. And then from there, you could just say, all right, if we tank from here down in this area and we get a shot at it, take a crack at it, you could say, okay, just the measured move, fine. Well, that's 7 to 1. 7 to 1 risk to reward there. But if you're like, well, hey, we think we're going to keep this thing going for a while, well, then you could be really liberal and say, okay, well, then you're going to get a freaking, I can't even read that. What is it doing? The risk, I guess the risk is so low to the reward that we can't even read what our risk to reward is. Let's move this down real quick. Okay, there you go. 17 to 1 risk to reward. So, but the shorter term trade would be there, letting this price come to you where the value is, buying with a stop loss down here, and then just selling up here, selling most of it, and you can move your stop loss up after you hit this level. And if we tanked, then you get stopped out. Who cares? Not the end of the world. But if you don't get stopped out and keep running, you hit this 50% 618. That's it, man. That's waves. Hope that helps. Guys, if you're enjoying this live stream, this TA, this education, hit that like button, that bell, that sub. Thanks for being here. HypedOnCrypto.com. Guru coin. Guru coin. What? Not on TradingView. Can't look at it. Sorry, guys. Tronics. What's going on with Tronics? I think it's still just bouncing around that that level, that upward sloping support, right? Did we fall? Did we rise? We'll find out. Yeah, we fell. Yeah, we fell, man. Yeah, just kind of disregarded that area. Hold on a sec. Something we could do, though, okay? That's not out of the question. So we use this here, these bodies, all these bodies, right? And so we could do this. We have this bottom wick here. And this wick right here could be acting as a support zone for us. And sure enough, it looks like that's a possibility. We've seen it time and time again with these coins. Okay. So we'll see what happens. Alright, so you're almost out of, you're almost out, man. You're almost out of your lines of defense here. Fall below that, you might be in trouble. But, fortunately for us, you buying up here, you have tons of room to fall if you needed to. If you wanted to come down here, even touch this level, who cares? Touch the 200 MA, do whatever you want. Stay convinced on this coin for now anyway. So think this all had to do with Bitcoin having issues, and it's going to have issues if Bitcoin continues having issues. So, you know, it's tied to it. That's how it works. So, there you go. So, we'll see if we can hold within this support zone. Seems like we are right now, and don't be scared. Don't be scared of Tronics. We have a pretty clear level of, well, trend reversal in my opinion. I do think we have that. I think we have forms of accumulation at this point. Okay, every time you sell off, you have higher lows. That is a certainty. You have two consecutive higher lows than your previous low. Then you have a clear sell wall where you double topped up here. Okay, so in my opinion, if you were to be buying into Tronics, this is the saying if one wanted to and was thinking about levels of value, you wouldn't be buying in the middle of a triangle. You'd be buying at the bottom of a triangle when all hope seemed lost, when everyone was scared. You're buying at these areas. Okay, one would be doing that if they wanted to get the best value out of a coin. Okay, so there you go. That's Tronics. Hey, you know, even with our I bought in where some of us bought in at where the Patreons would have bought it in if they wanted to, would be 503, and we're still above that. We're still 10 sats up on this trade so far. So who cares? I don't. I'm good with it. I don't take stupid risks with too much money, so I can sleep at night. You should too. It's Tronics. BNB, bed and breakfast coin, guys. How are we doing with this? I know we fell out of that. Did we fall out of the flag? Yes, we did. We fell out of that flag. No bueno. But we did talk about that being a very real possibility because we talked about our retracement, right? We talked about how common it is to see the 382 tested, the 50%, the 618, all three of these. After a nice run, you normally retrace about 38%, 50%, or 61.8% of the way. That is a very strong commonality in all equities and securities, whether it's currency, stocks, or crypto. Well, actually, crypto's a little bit more nuts. We've seen so many times where crypto will run up and it will retrace 85 to 90% of the way before it goes on an even higher run, an even crazier run. So crypto is actually a little more nutty. But that being said, plays even more to my point that seeing the 382 50% or 618, I think these are good levels that we should be watching to see if we could bounce off, find support, and break to the upside. You need to be looking because guess what? Market makers, algos, and bots are looking at these areas too to see where we would turn around at. Hey, that was part of our decision-making process with NEO. NEO hit the 618, very critical supports, falling wedge pattern, bottom of the falling wedge, bottom of a horizontal line, trend line. 618. It fell below it like 3 times. Every single time it broke back above it, and that was one of the variables we used to make our decision on the NEO trade, which of course, guys, that went nuts. It went crazy. It was like we got stream sniped. So approaching your 200 MA. And you're also, fortunately for you, you are the fortunate son or daughter, making triple MACD Class A bullish divergence. As you can see, you made a low here, huge spike in negative momentum, you made a lower low, lower level of negative momentum, and now you're making a lower low once again with lower levels than your previous level of negative momentum. Great stuff. Now you could see a couple more times, but normally the triple, you don't go much crazier than that. I mean, you could get quadruple, quintuple, but I don't see that very often. Normally triples, you know, even that in itself looks incredible. It's nice. It's really good to see. Should see that's an impending reversal in price action soon. But it's not saying that we couldn't see lower prices once again to make a quadruple MACD Class A bullish divergence. Okay? So that's it, man. That's it. All right. BNB. There you go. Bitcoin Gold. Weird. Gonna also take a look at chat, guys. Real quick, okay? Leave me alone. Let me engage with the peoples. Alright, so yeah, we talked about some sort of symmetrical triangle stuff. I don't know. Breakout. Yeah, oh, wedge. Broke out of a mini wedge. Almost. We hit one target? No, we didn't even hit target on that, man. Yeah, you're breaking the upside on really nice levels of volume. What? Highest level of volume you've seen since the 14th of January? Excuse me, guys. I had old stuff going on back here. Zooming out. It's just spring cleaning, guys. Got to do it. Got to do the spring cleaning. Okay. Looks like from your wedge breakout, you had you just held. You held outside of that area. You never fell back into it, which is fine. But looking left, what's going on? Nothing. You have nothing to go back on. You're in outer space out here. So how do you even know when you're finding a bottom? It's very difficult to see that, but man, that huge spike in positive momentum and RSI, highest level of positive momentum you've made since the 19th, right here, this pumpy dump. So I don't really look. You finally have your 200 catching up. Wow, first time in a long time. You had a golden cross here, but that was just because of the insanity of this pump and dump. So golden cross right back into a death cross. Have you done that before? I think you have. This coin overall is just an inverse Drake song, right? You're all the way up here, started from the top, now we here. Okay, so you could take a swing at it. I don't think that's a good idea, just based on its overall trend is terrible. This was the measure move, I guess, but I digress, and I'll say that it looks like maybe you had some sort of wedge, another wedge going on. Let's just completely reset. Let's see if we can draw something here. Something like that. So this doesn't mean at all that you have any kind of trend reversal. This is a terrible coin. This is a very, very unhealthy, bearish coin overall. That out the gate of opening on Binance, it's just made, you know, it's had its stupid pumps and then it's dumped. Stupid pumps, then dumped. This is not ever going to be a long-term play, and unless you make some insane levels of adjustments on price action moving to the upside. But you're still, like, you're not trend reversing potentially until you break this area. 7184 sats. Hey, Crypto Nurse, thanks so much for the that 100 bits. Really do appreciate you. You did Jesus, lady. Thank you, thank you. Do appreciate you. So you're not breaking this bear trend until you break this consistently. Heck, this area consistently. It's gonna be another area. And then if you break this area, then you will probably most certainly run all the way up to this area. If you break this, which is a tall order, just because that's how it works with swing highs. Swing highs are your previous highs. There was no real resistance here, or support, whatever. If you run to the upside, no support. Look, it's kind of like when you break down. We always talk about the twig and thatch, you know, on the FOMO runs, and it's the same way with breakdowns, right? So we built no levels of consolidation or resistance until up at this point. If you break these two areas, you should just have an easy run with no resistance all the way up to here. Okay, the bullish hurricane works just like the bearish hurricane. Okay, you build your bearish beach house, okay, on the beach, and it's twig and thatch, easy enough for the bulls to destroy all this very easily. So, but hey, that's a big if, and that's a good way away if we ever see it, okay, because this coin is terrible. Bitcoin gold, man, ugh. Like, sure, maybe you get a pop, who cares, right? Who cares if you get a pop? You've got a pop here, you got a pop here, pumpy dump, you got a pop here, a pop here. They're not good trade setups. You don't have anything left of you. They're just bad. There's some coins that are just worth staying away from. There are. Bitcoin gold could be one of them. Who cares you pumped? Hitting that 200 MA. OST was next. Thanks for tuning in, guys. If you're enjoying this live stream, hit that like button, that bell, that sub. Thanks so much, guys. OST, wonderful. Had a nice wedge breakout. And then we talked about this area here forming a very, very strong level of resistance. We had it. This wick, this is why we plotted here. It's a previous high. Okay, so looks like you got price contraction. Some sort of symmetrical triangle, clearly, right? This is a little easier to plot. Right, so yeah, sim triangle. We'll see what comes from that. But nevertheless, I mean, I think you have to break 2508. We failed 4 times. 1, 2, 3, 4 times. 4 attempts. All 4-hour candles failed. And you have the golden cross. Congratulations. No divergence. No bullish divergence. Sorry. But you know what happens if you break to the upside. If you do, in fact, break to the upside, you know how you could measure it. Measured move. Could do that. But again, if you broke this wedge and this was truly respected as a wedge breakout, then you could say that you could do the measured move on that. Right? I don't think we did that. So 1145 sat measured move from the falling wedge breakout. You're almost there. I mean, kind of. Right here. That's your falling wedge measured move. There you go, man. Okay, so see if you can make it. If you did break this symmetrical triangle, I think a measured move here would just be 400 sats from the breakout wherever you broke out. So you broke out here. 400 sats, right? So you'd be going right here to this, right around this area of resistance right here. So see if you can do it. That's OST, simple token. I am but simple token, man. Simple token. Okay, good stuff. Congratulations on all your success, OST. Entry at bottom of bull flag, another move up. AST? Question mark? Possibly. Hope it doesn't get wrecked by Bitcoin if Bitcoin wants to tank. Bitcoin's just, you know, bouncing off that support line again. 3rd time now it's bounced. It hit it and really hit, bounced up. So, hey, Jimmy, man, thank you so much for that $5 contribution. You the real Jesus, man. Couldn't do it without you. Wouldn't do it without you. Thanks, brother. Thanks again, man. So, yep. That's OST. That's the way I'd probably look at it, but I really think that get a trend reversal. Yeah, you really want to break this area. I don't think you're in a bull trend until you really break 2508, and I'd like to see you break 3095, which is the measurement. I'd like you to see both of these levels get broken until we want to talk about some sort of bull run we're on. We've only made one consistent higher high. I'm talking like one consistent previous high broken, clearly without contestment, right? Without contesting it. We're contesting this area. Like, we don't know if we've broken it, man. We don't know. See, that's, no, you don't want that. Break above this previous high. Okay, clearly without any issue, and then we'll talk about it. This music is just, this is 80s dance music. Like you're at a dance, you know, Napoleon Dynamite or something, and you're dancing with that girl. Okay, the song's over. Right? Cabo? Alright. Walton coin. Whew, guys, we got so many freaking coins. We've been going 1 hour and 35 minutes, guys. Thanks so much for being here. You could be doing anything, but you choose to do TA with me. Alright, so with Walton coin, you know, we talked about this yesterday, maybe? I think someone, you know, I said, really careful. You're, okay, now you're kind of breaking this area. Look, we pinpoint accurate. Okay, we made sure of that. And you're just bouncing along this area. You've retraced probably, what, 61% from the bottom? We'll see if we were right here. 61.8, guys, or 78. It's got to be 61, right? No, it was 78. The wick. Sorry, I was looking at the body. The wick. Yeah, we retraced 78.6% of the way from our swing low to swing high. 78% retrace. So see if we can hold that. You don't want to fall below that. Then it's just kind of like, it all crapped out. But we did talk about yesterday, buying up here was a really dumb idea because you're at critical levels of resistance that extend to our all-time highs. You just don't want to mess with that. You are going always for good levels of value, and guess what? A good level of value is pretty much right here. We're at one. Okay, so you hit the 78% retrace, and you're also at a great level of value here. Great area to possibly buy. Take a shot. Low risk. Yeah, this is nice, man. Just go a little bit lower right there. 1 and 2. Okay. And from there, your target probably would be, you could either do it here or here. Probably good ideas right there. I mean, or here. You could do it here too. A lot of good targets. Just wanted to play it safe, make your money and get out. Probably your best area is your previous high, candle body close area, which is also going to be used as a very strong resistance. Okay, so 14,571. You could have an 11-to-1 risk to reward here on Walt. Man. Okay, guys. You found your level of value. One could make a great value trade here with a low risk, high reward opportunity. Walton coin, guys. There it is. Sweet, man. Also, not only that, not only good area here, you do have forms of technical Class A bullish divergence. Very nice. Wow, Walton coin being to Jesus right now. Being to Jesus coin, Walton coin. Okay, IOST. Thanks, Beagle Dog. You Jesus, man. Do we do power? No, not yet. We're working. We're working. We've covered a ton of coins today, and we're gonna get there. Don't you worry about that. Don't worry about a thing, man. We have not done XMR yet. That's also on the list. We're getting there. It's actually next on the list, okay? So we're going to take a look at that. What's up, Blue Patient? Thanks for being here, man. Inflord, hello. Okay. So I guess we're good. Arquette says BNB to the US dollar. Ascending triangle. Oh, yeah, I think we looked at that. Yeah. Yeah, dude. Definitely. We are definitely in an ascending triangle. But I can't remember where we are now. So I remember looking at it last night. I think we definitely looked at it last night. So we'll take a look. Okay, man. Is someone trying to get to me, Inflord? Who's trying to get to me, man? Okay, so we're gonna take a look at this coin now. Okay, I just wanted to look at chat for a second. Don't blame me. Oh man, that was a good level of support. We fell. Ugh. It's not good, man. Well, we've charted, analyzed the crap out of this thing, okay? I mean, there's so many times, so many days, we just every day are looking at it almost. You know, beautiful cup and handle, upward sloping flag, crap, fell out of it. News saved your butt. Completely shot us up to that measured move. Right, guys? And I know you frequent viewers see this and they're like, okay, we've seen it a billion times, but look. Cup and handle, measured move, right here to here. Okay, we already had this plotted, stream sniped. There it is, 122 sat, measured move. We hit it right here, we broke out of the upside, touched it, consolidated, bull pull, bull flag, boom, measured move up and beyond. Triple, or excuse me, head and shoulders, slanted head and shoulders, snap that neckline, measured move, down. And now we've been chopping, 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 so it might be time now to just spring clean a little bit. Good stuff, though. I mean, just all around, lots of good TA. This is a great, great coin for studying and learning stuff and seeing patterns. It's beautiful. Love TA. Love TA. So what's happening right now? It's just Okay, let's just see if we could draw something, another channel, maybe? Right? Yeah, another channel, right? Downward sloping channel. So, good area of probably trying to buy here. You're testing that heart line. Beautiful respect there. Look at the respect on the heart line, guys, showing us the validity of this downward sloping channel. Look, 1, 2, 3 here, 4. When you finally broke, you broke to the upside of the channel, hit the top, and you broke down. Okay, wonderful stuff. Wonderful validity here. So that's what you got going on. Just a downward sloping channel. One could call maybe a huge flag, man. A huge bull flag. Not really. No. So just know where you are in the context of this channel. You are literally in the middle. Whatever you do, if you buy now, you're gambling. Go to the casino, get free drinks while you gamble. Don't do it on the charts. It doesn't make sense. There's no entertainment in gambling. Besides winning, when you lose, you're not, at least when you lose the casino, you're getting the drinks, right? So below that measured move area that was used as a support for a second, look, resistance, very strong resistance, look left. Wasn't even really used as resistance. I mean, I see a wick here and a wick here, but I don't really, yeah, it was literally just your measured move. It's been used as resistance. Wonderful, wonderful stuff. Can't hold above it. Every time we break out to the upside, we fail. Break again, fail. We're back below it again. So back below 50 on the RSI. Building levels of negative momentum. So that's unfortunate. Don't want to see that. Do not want to see that at all. Okay, so IOST. Monero. Wonderful range, trading range, Monero. We talked about entry positions. If you wanted to get in on this, you could layer in. Okay, we didn't say just, look, you could have bought some here, would have been in it. You wouldn't have had your whole position in because you were nervous about these areas below, right? This is also an area. So, but we do know that we've hit this level once, twice, 3 times, 4 times now, and bounced off of it every single time. Look, this time we hit it, boom, shot up. Here, shot up. Okay. This time here, shot up. This time here, not so much. Okay, so it's just a beautiful little trading range, and you can layer in, buy 25% here, 25% here, and if it ever got to it, 25% down here at the double bottom. Okay, layer in. You don't have to go all in on your trade. We're not saying ever go all in. I'm saying like if whatever you were already going to allocate to this trade, you could put 25% of it in at one level to layer in. You could layer in after that. So. Hey, Cericia Vasquez, thanks so much for the sub on YouTube. You to Jesus, we couldn't do that. You got any questions about TS in the chat on the Discord? Thanks so much. Okay, so that's it. Not much more to it. I mean, pattern development going on. I mean, maybe we have some sort of accumulation, but we're also making lower highs too. So not even really. I mean. You could say that, maybe. I don't know. I wouldn't mess with it. I would just go with the horizontal lines. Don't fake yourself out, and just know that good areas of value are down here with lower risk, and very high reward opportunities. We hit this top 3 to 4 times. So, okay. That's Monero. If you zoom out, you can see, again, huge, beautiful run up. But an insane breakdown like that, making lower lows than our previous lows, could signify that we are going through a correction, and corrections, guys, can last 3 to 4 months. We know this. We've seen it. Monero, probably the same thing. But maybe we're finding levels of support, you know? We see it over here. Could possibly see that. So, right here and here, these are just areas looking left that give us more validity of this area being strong to hold, at least for the trades, the temporary trades to make money. That's it. Okay, that's Monero. Correction. Beautiful run. What's next? Pivx? Oh yeah, Pivx. Ugh. I mean, it was, I don't know, it's just been chopping, like crazy, a bunch of chopping, man. Yep, and so that's why we said, just stay back, don't mess with it anymore, just leave it alone. The chop has freaked us out. Look, Bitcoin shot up, and then Pivx just shot down like that, and then Bitcoin, look, it got up here, then Bitcoin tanked, then Pivx tanked. No matter what Bitcoin does, Pivx is gonna tank, right? So any kind of volatility of Bitcoin just made us very, very weary on this, and just made us, it changed our mind. We did change our mind with this. So yep, we're back below where we would have, you know, buying over here. Yeah, this is where we, I think we had the buy was up here, something like that. And yeah, just couldn't make it happen. No buyers. Coin is crap at this point. Just chopping around, making, I mean, there's just chop. There's no highs, lows, nothing's going on. You're not, nice run up. Congratulations on your accumulation, but hitting a brick wall here, and until you show us anything different, these two levels are insane. 6,000. You break 6,000, you're gonna have an insane run up. A very nice run. Okay, very nice run. So that's Pivx. 5902, 6,000 range is our well, that's our resistance zone that you have to break if you want to see higher prices, and we haven't done that in a billion candles. So Pivx, not much more to talk about. Quantum. Whew. Jeez, man. Well, if you had a limit buy, you got filled. If you got filled, you're already in the money. You didn't get stopped out. We talked about that. You did not get stopped out because we said we were seeing this area down here with good levels of value, and that's why we set it so loose, because we knew there was a possibility if we ever fell, we could fall here and bounce off that, and you just didn't want to get exited and kicked out of the trade because of that. So looked good for us to do that. We also talked about looking left, remember, because the double bottom, we wicked off that previous level and bounced from there. And that's your rule of thumb. So it worked out. I don't know if anyone got in on this, but we had our targets. Our entry position was here at the bottom, and if any of this happened, you had a limit buy, you got filled, and now you're in the money. That's it, man. That's Quantum. Sorry guys, just getting comfortable. We've been sitting here doing TA for the past 1 hour and 48 minutes. If you're enjoying this live stream, hit that like, that bell, that sub. Thanks guys. I'm getting like carpal tunnel syndrome. My God. Lower back. It's just crazy, man. It's just crazy. Gonna look at chat real quick, guys. No, we didn't look at fun because we've been looking at a billion other coins requested by the viewing audience. Brendan, sorry, man. Quantum to BNB looks better. Quantum at 1910 stats. Nice, dude. You scalp that down here? Scalper? Scalp the double bottom? It's good stuff, man. See, look how it worked out, where you just, your value level down here, where like someone smart would be buying, like they didn't hit. It didn't hit that level, that 1876. Too many buyers came in. There's too much demand, so it just spiked us back up. Crazy. What's up, Basanta? Alright, man, we'll, let's say Quantum. You say Quantum to BNB, man? Oh, kid. Now, this is a coin I've never seen in my entire life. Jeez. Yeah, this does look awesome, man, but, you're at a terrible level of value now. Terrible level. Would not be buying here. You're at the very top of an ascending triangle. You're just now forming that that reaction high, right? Okay, right there. You're breaking it. Wow, interesting. Could also just say you have this resistance here too. And so, yeah, I mean, that does look nice, okay, but Geez, you never even really had an opportunity. I mean, I guess here. Maybe here. You have a little zone there, a little support zone you could see. Right, something like this. Yep, there you go. Little zone, support zone. Right in there. Upward sloping the support zone. And now you're breaking that, you've broken the... Yeah, that's really nice. When you this is why we do that. We have our trend lines where our candle body closes because it gives us better vision, scope of vision on candle body closes. When you have a candle body that closes, very significant, and especially the 4-hour end, we see a break hook and bullish. No, not quite a bullish engulfing candle. But these three, you broke and you hooked. You use this previous area as a support, giving validity to its significance, to its importance as an old resistance and now support. Okay, so yeah, looking really good on quantum to BNB. Yeah, it sure does. But again, absolute worst area you could buy just based on value and risk to reward. You're at the very top of a pretty strong level of resistance. Okay, so this little wick here, these two wicks. So right, area values to buying down here. Let's hope we can double top and break down and hit these areas once again. That will be an area to buy. Okay, that's quantum to BNB, man. Okay, quantum. Jeez, man, we have a lot of coins. Whew. How do you even get to all of them? Sounds like GTO. I thought we already charted this, man. Oh yeah, descending triangle, you broke down, then you just went right around it. Started marching. Crazy, man. Just crazy. You kind of respected the TA. So, ooh. Strong levels of resistance up here. Terrible level of value to be buying. Yeah. Hitting this 886 like inverse Jesus, man. Just can't break it. Every time you attempted, you failed. Couldn't do it. But you're getting that golden cross, which is nice. But you're making bearish divergence. 4-hour bearish divergence on GTO. If anyone's even in here that requested it, I don't know. So yeah, bearish divergence on the RSI and the MACD. Not good, man. Not good. And hitting critical levels of resistance, we failed every time. Right. Great area to buy is down here. I don't know if you'll ever get that. Okay, I truly don't know if you'll get that ever again. But 25.95 is where you buy. One would buy if they wanted to see the best levels of value and get a great risk to reward ratio. Okay, that's it. This is where you buy. You wouldn't balk on that. Buying here is pretty much wallet suicide. Unless you were right, unless you guessed right and it broke out here. But yeah, keep doing that 20 times and see how much money you make off guessing at the top of a key level resistance. You will fail. You will lose a lot of money. So it's GTO. Let's go to XL1. If you miss it, if it doesn't ever happen, who cares? There's a billion other coins to look at, make money off of. Yep, hit this critical level resistance, couldn't break it. Makes sense after such a nice run like that. But hey, you know what you're doing? You know what you're doing? You're finding good levels of support at a previous level of resistance. You can see here and here. Great to see us holding there. But we talked about the measure move of this inverted double head and shoulders. It'd be up here at 4,030. And yes, the double head and shoulders is real. You can definitely have it. So yeah, that's it. Good levels. Support. I don't know. I mean, your value is iffy here at this point. Buying here, I mean, you could attempt, but we could easily just break down to this level too if we wanted. Okay, no problem. Here's a really good area. This is a better area of value down here at your 3360 Satoshi area. So it's just wonderful how our momentum just kept building. Every high we made was just a higher level of positive momentum. It's great. Geez, we matched that and did that again. You probably see that measure move if we did it, but we'll see how long this lasts, right? Looks like a bull pull bull flag set up, possibly. Not sure. Hard to say, right? You get 3 touch points, 2 up here and 1 down here. That's all you need. So it looks like a bull pull bull flag possibly forming on XLM. So always buying down at the bottom. Hey, let's see if we could break down, find that area of value we're looking for. See if we could ever hit it. Just have some sort of stop loss. What would our measured move be? Jeez, man. Measured move. You could be here or here. Let's look at the daily real quick. See, take out the noise. Oh yeah, right. Swing low would be down here. Wow. That'd be crazy. 612 Satoshi move from the breakout, wherever that was. 612? My God. Wow. It's pretty close to the other measure move, so. It's, what is that? 4,116. Okay. Pretty huge move up. Daily you're making, well, it'll change. It truly will. If you get this measure move on the 4-hour bull pull bull flag, or if you even just head and shoulders, okay, break to the upside. If you do that, you'll make a higher high on your positive momentum, and you will not have any divergence. Currently, right now, you kind of have Class C bearish divergence, which is not that big of a deal. Could be argued possibly Class A, just because a little bit lower. A little bit lower, so looks pretty freaking good to me. Okay, buying down here is always good. If you could buy down at the bottom of the flag and this good area of value, that'd be pretty sweet, man. Just move it up here. Have this a little looser, lower than the body of these candles, maybe, just in case you touched that and bounced. 6.2 to 1 risk to reward on XLM if we got that. If it was ideal and perfect, this is let the money come to us. Play the market. Don't let the market play you. That's the whole point. Okay? XLM, maybe turn things around. Okay? That's it, man. That's it. Hey, guys. 2 minutes till the top of the hour. You know what that means. You're local on the 8s. Let's go to Bitcoin. Holding this area of support. Good stuff, man. Go to the 1 hour. MK Honey, we had this development, right? Oh, look at that. Kind of disrespected it. Bounced back above it. 30 seconds left on the clock. The Bears made their shot, but the Bulls have the ball. We'll see, guys. 15 seconds on the hourly candle close. Begin going 1 hour and 59 minutes now. If you're enjoying this live stream, that like button, that bell, that sub. Thanks, guys, for being here. Yeah, at this point, Donovan, I do have a... Oh, look at that. It's nebulous. My God. It looks like it closed below. Yeah, like maybe... It's hard to say. MK Honey. How crazy is that? It makes it to where we just don't know, right? We don't have the technology. You could say if we adjusted this, it would be inside. But I don't know if we would adjust like that. We had our plot points here and here. Okay, so... Yeah, I mean, opened outside of it, so that's a certainty. So, yeah, that's it. So that's Bitcoin, right? Bitcoin is quite possibly breaking out of a bear pole bear flag. Measure move is 78.62 if we hit it, which will be right at a critical level, another critical level of support. So that's it. We have John. We have looked at it. Good man, nothing wrong with sitting in cash. Never anything wrong with that, MK Honey. I have a lot of cash ready to go too. Take a look at chat, but thanks, Donovan, for the nice words. Alright guys, well moving up a little bit right now. 8,000 is gonna be our resistance. So we'll see if we can break it. But guys, it's been a wonderful stream. Lots of coins covered. I mean, my God, probably like 30 coins covered. You know, really appreciate y'all. All the support you give me every day. We're gonna get through this. We're gonna make money together. We're gonna preserve our capital in the bad times. Okay, and remember, there are days to make money and there are days to not lose money. Okay, that is an old proverb for trading. So, guys, until next time, stay hyped.